that they were working backwards from a certain figure which they had, and they were working backwards, and so they would going to get that. And most important, I would also refer to the affidavit signed by the chairman, filed by the chairman in petition number 5. At paragraph 95 of his replying affidavit, sworn on 26 August 2022, the chairman presents the exact figure of 14,213,137 as the total valid votes cast for all the 4 candidates. So if that is the figure that's coming from the raw data, that's the figure that's carried in the affidavit, then the values attributed to each one of the 4 candidates are fictitious and cannot count. And therefore, that Form 34C is an invalid document. Go to the next slide. Sorry, next. Yes, so in that slide I'm saying, we can only conclude that these figures, which form the content of Form 34C, are cooked. You cannot have both of them in the same document. And this code should not allow that document to stand at all. And the conflicting figures, and those conflicting figures for valid votes cast of 14,213,137,000, and the other one is the one when you add the values of the individual candidates, the 4 candidates, you get 14,213,027, is evidence that the results were worked backwards to achieve a desired or predetermined outcome. Therefore, the declared percentages for the 4 candidates, no, the votes attributed to the 4 candidates and the declared and the percentages attributed to them is all fiction. Now, I go to address the question of whether you can achieve, if assuming that what in the totality of the announcements made by the chairman, any of the candidates realized 50% plus 1 vote.
Just checking on the time.
Yes. There's no display for the time, unfortunately.
According to mine, time is over. If you could just finish your slides.
Okay, thank you.
Because they seem to have lost theirs.
Okay, so a further analysis of Form 34C on voter turnout, the chairman announced, and that issue has not been retracted at the close of voting. He was answering a particular question, and a journalist asked him, as matters stand now, what is the national voter turnout? And he said, oh, that one, I can deal with it. And he said, as at the time he was announcing, it was 65.4%. And according to what the KIMS kits had reported. And he expected that value to go up when all the KIMS kits had reported and the manual had been included in it. So when you calculate that against the total voter register, the national voter register of 22,120,458 votes, you get that the voter turnout as at that time was 14,466,799 votes. The next slide. So from Form 34, the tallies are ascribed in Form 34. You get, when you factor in the rejected votes, you get a total